Evening guys and welcome to the stream. We're here for ISRL Gr4 Season 9 Round 7 at Autopolis Racing Course. European manufacturers tonight. Evening Hansa, evening Hippie. Have a good race guys. Just change it over to the stock check settings. And seems I deleted it, so swapped over to stock check. Foxy did make a promise that he was going to appear, but it looks like it's not going to happen. So we'll get underway with our usual stock check race. Why not TNT? If it does the job, it does the job. I don't know, Screech. I don't think many like this track. And Brighton's on fire. Evening Mash. Have a good race, mate. And you, Screechy. Apparently something's got Timmy amazed. Going wow. And here we go. It's a Megane Trophy Fest tonight, with a spattering of Ferraris, the old pancake. Nick's there on pole. Hippie just letting everyone go. Chaos obviously jump started, and away we go. PB taking up his line. Wrighton eyeing up Timmy. Wrighton's being shoved around. Hansa's out in the lead. With Hat in second, B in third, Timmy in fourth. Oh, and there's some carnage caused there, which is allowing Hansa to just pull away from him, and Nick's with him. Wrighton there in third, with Gad looking to, but Wrighton must got some weight in that Ferrari because he's not moving. And that sweeping left-hander. So if we have a quick, we got Hansa in the lead, Nick in second, Wrighton making a push up for third. But Gad's making sure he takes Wrighton out good and proper. And then Screechy gets involved in it, and Wrighton's facing the wrong way. So now we have Hansa flying away in the lead, Gad in second, Mash in third, Nick in fourth, TNT in fifth, Hippie holding it in sixth, Screechy in seventh, with Timmy giving him some friendly touches. Evening Petrie just caught us for stop check as Timmy's barged his way past Screechy. PB there in 9th, B in 10th, with Hat close behind him. Right and back in 12th, and KLC in 13th. Hansa, as they go into the last couple of corners, Gad's making the move, but Hansa's saying no. Gad all over the shop. Mash pushes his way through to the front. So Mash is in first, Gad in second, Nick in third, TNT in fifth, Timmy in sixth, Hippie in seventh, B in eighth, Screechy doing his joker in the pits. So Mash comes in, snuck the win on the line. Look at that, the top three split by less than 100th of a second. So Mash cementing his lead at the top of the stock check leadership. And then Foxy joins in the room. Classic cunt style. That was so close, Hansa. Very unfortunate. So Mash for the win, Gad in second, Hansa in third, Nick in fourth, TNT in fifth, Timmy in sixth, Hippie in seventh, B in eighth, PB in ninth, Hat in 10th, Screech in 11th, Wrighton in 12th, and Chaos in 13th. Hi Nick, have a good race, mate. Foxy, as is the norm, turns up. What am I driving? He's so clued up, is our Foxy. Cheers, Mash. Ooh. Quality. So we just wait for Nick to get on track and we'll get qualifying started. As always, 2 groups. Oh, and I forgot to mention, subbing tonight we have Chaos covering for Grizzle. Alan! Hello, mate. How the devil are you? 2 groups for qualifying. Not bad, mate. Yourself? How are you? We have Chaos covering for Grizzle. We've got Hansa, who was covering for Foxy. And we've also got... So Foxy might be going in. Can't actually type at the moment, Alan, because he's qualifying. So Timmy wants to be at the lead. Side by through with Chaos. So our Group 1 rate qualifiers are Timmy, Chaos, PB, Hansa, Mash, TNT and Brighton. Which makes our Group 2s Gad, Nick, Screechy, B, Foxy and Hippie. Okay, bloody hell. Wouldn't have thought you'd need to take it off if it exploded. We just have a quick look at our qualities. Oof. Sounds like a full body experience, that does. And right. Oh yes. I'm right there taking on the FUBS moniker with the working windscreen wiper. So we got Timmy! He's almost finished his out. Don't know any of the corners on this track, I think they're just numbered. So I just get confused. Chaos is in second, who's been closed up by PB. Yeah, there's not much love for Autopolis. So we got our Group 2s on their warm-up lap as we got Timmy coming into the last few corners now. Let's see what kind of lap he's going to get. Timmy up to the line with a 152. Chaos with a PB. So PB in second with a 153. Chaos Mashing third with a 153. Wrighton with a 154. Hansa with a 154. TNT with a 155. Chaos is in 7th at the moment. Then we've got Hack coming up to start his flying lap, and he's away. Heading down to that first corner, which is so hard to get right. Safely rounded by Hat. And here comes Gad. There we have a Foxy, our resident pro cunt. It's lovely to see him back on track. I believe that's in an Emperor livery. You got B, Screechy, Hippie, and Nick, who's now onto his lap. So if we jump back to Hat, who's quick on the ball to get out the pits. And the hairpin. And heading now down towards that sweeping section. With that McGann should be very quick through these sections here. Tonight's tyres are mediums and hards. Tyre wears on ×8, fuels on ×4. Into the last couple of corners comes Hat with a time of 1:53.292, which is good enough for second. Gad coming up to the line now. 1:54, which is good enough for 5th. Foxy across the line in 10th. B's managed to get up into 6th. Hippie across the line, 1:54. Screech did a 1:55. So now everyone's just changing the tyres over. Nick's crossed the line. So let's have a look at our grid. We've got Timmy on pole, Hat in 2nd, PB in 3rd, Mash in 4th, Gad in 5th. Cracking time there by Gad. B in 6th, Wrighton in 7th, Hansa in 8th, Hippie in 9th, Screechy in 10th, TNT in 11th, Foxy in 12th, Nick in 13th, and Chaos in 14th. So our whole field is split by 4 seconds, which is not too shabby. That seems to be doing a bit of curb crawling. I'm just going to take this moment to have a quick check. Now we just wait for the time to drop down. As we watch Timmy come up to the line. Hatmo's finished his curb crawling. Bonjour baguette. B comes across the line in reverse. Mew! How the devil are you, mate? And Brighton's going the wrong way around the track. What a pleb. We nearly got the whole gang in. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Thought you might like that, Screechy. So now we get ready for the Gr4 race. 16 laps, racing mediums, racing hards. Have to use both compounds, unless you do a no-stopper, which I don't think is going to happen. Tyre wear is ×8, fuel is ×4, starting fuel is at 80%. I think it might be a fucking pleb. No, he's laughing at me calling Brighton a pleb for going backwards. And there we go, qualifying is over. So Kebab is on pole. So here we go, 16 laps round Autopolis. Yes, I know I'm a bastard for doing this to him. Oh. Chaos has dropped out. Not sure why. Here we go. One red light, and we go. Timmy trying to get over onto that racing line. And does. So yeah, Timmy in the lead with Hat in second. Mash having to fight with the curbs. Hat's having to fight off his teammate in PB. Mash there in 4th, Brighton in 5th, B in 6th, Hansa in 7th, Gad in 8th. Screechy there in 9th. Hippie's trying to make the move up the field. So Hippie there in 10th place. Screech looking to make the move on Gad. Hippie's trying to go the long way. Screech holds onto that inside line. So now if you have a look, Kebab now with a 2-second lead over Hat. With PB in 3rd, Brighton there in 4th, so Brighton's got past Mash. But Mash is coming straight back at him. And I would imagine this McGann's got the beating of him in this section, and he does. So Mash is back up into 4th. B right behind him. Screech has got Hippie climbing all over the back of him. I think it's worthy of a little bit of a watch. We have Nick in 11, Foxy in 12. TNT in 13th. Hippie going with a McLaren. Interesting choice for this track. Oh, Fox in TNT gone off to play in the sand. So we start lap 2. Little bit of contact between Hippie and Screechy there. So we've got Timmy 3 seconds in the lead of Hat in second. Mash, PB continuing their battle for third and fourth as they come up to the hairpin. Nice looking, so PB keeps it there. Mash there in fourth. B's made the move on Ryton, but Ryton's got the inside line for this corner. Side by side they go, and this is where the Megane should have the beating of him. Hansa looking to take anything that's left behind. Gad there in 8th, Screech in 9th, Nick in 10th. What happened, Chaos? You're just not liking the track. I don't know what a mod of a channel's all about. So, Timmy! Ah, fair enough, Kale. Understand, mate. So, Timmy with a 4-second lead over Hat in second. Mash PB fighting for third. Ryton's managed to hold on to fourth. In fact, can we see what happened? So we've lost out big time. And Nick's managed to get past Screechy. Screechy's got Hippie back with him again. In fact, Screech is looking to try and get past Nick. And Screech goes for the inside, but Nick just shuts the door. Through the hairpin they go. Onto the short downhill section. Nothing separating these 4 cars. Nick's there in the Aston. But this Screech going for the outside, they go around to this left-hander, and then he'll have the inside. And he takes it. Nice move there by Screechy. But the problem is that Aston's got the grunt when they hit the straight. B looking to make the move on Hippie, and does. So now we'll have a look. Timmy! 5 seconds in the lead. Hat in second. PB in third. Hansa in fourth. Ryton in fifth. Gad in sixth. Mash in seventh. Screechy in 8th. Nick in 9th. B in 10th. Hippie in 11th. Oh, a little bit ragged by Timmy there. 4 laps in. Already starting to get somewhere on their mediums. Hat going along nicely in second. Can already see the vast improvement in his driving after just a little season on the wheel. PB in third. Coming under increasing pressure from Hansa. Mash there in fifth. Ryton coming up alongside him. But there's no way he's going to get round him with the corner coming up. Ryton's got to be careful because Gad's ready to pounce. It's not that easy to get the chats anymore though, is it? So Gad and Ryton, if they keep going like they are, Screechy will be closing in, and B's already up into 9th place. So after having a little hiccup, TNT bringing up the back. So if you just have a full run of the grid, Timmy! 5 laps in, 6 seconds in the lead. Hat in second, PB in third, Hansa in third, PB in fourth, Mash in fifth, Wrighton in sixth, Gad in seventh, B makes the move on Screech in eighth, Screechy in ninth, Nick in 10th, Hippie in 11th, TNT in 12th, and there's good old Foxy. He's really come on with the wheel. Foxy having a bit of a battle with TNT. It's nice to see Foxy back on track, to be honest. Timmy now. Oh yeah, it was that multi-class last week. Yeah, I was feeling like crap. Hat now built up a nice lead. PB back into third place on the downhill section. Hansa. As they start going on that up twisty turny uphill section. This is where the Megane out has managed to open up a little bit, and looks like Wrighton might have had a little adventure off track, because Gad's now up into 6th, Wrighton in 7th, B in 8th, Screechy in 9th, and Nick's our first racer into the pits, safely in. So on lap 6 of 16, Timmy far out in front on cruise control. Hat in second, also commanding lead. PB and Hansa having the right old ding dong there. Round the droopy dick they go. PB back in front, and this is allowing Mash to close right up behind. And the Lords of the Underworld, that's it. So now PB might be able to get some clean air now, because Hansa's got to watch. He's got Mash coming very quickly. So we have Hansa there in 4th, Mash in 5th, Gad in 6th. He's got Wrighton, who has actually caught up massively as they go through the hairpin. B there in 8th, Screechy in 9th, Hippie in 10th on the downhill section, TNT in 11th. Oh, that's not the racing line, TNT, that's a Herbie line. Foxy has to cut the corner to try and not. I mean, Nick after his pit stop in 13th. Timmy across the line to start lap 7, 9 seconds in the lead. Hat in second, PB in third, and I was right in saying, because Hansa's just in the, he's in that slipstream, so he is closing in now. A little bit of contact, but nothing gained. The only person who may have gained is Mash. Craydon! How the devil are you, sir? Round the droopy cot they go. PB with an interesting line. See what's going on further down. B now, he's closing in on Gad and Wrighton for 6th and 7th. Hippie's man, can we see where Hippie got round Screechy? always a pleasure to have you here, sir. Like everybody else. Screechy on the little downhill section, heading that a little bit ragged by Hippie, which allows Screech to close right up. Through the old pill twisty turny section, and our race leaders in the pits. Under the bridge they go. Hat into the pits as well. And if that Hat did a bit better fuel wise. Onto the start finish straight. So Timmy has managed to come out the pits still in first place. PB in second with a very quick mash behind him there. Gad's up into fourth, right into fifth. Nice. That can't be Budgie, never watches my streams. Doesn't believe in them. So Hat's come out of the pass in 6th. Hippie there in 7th. Hans has come out in 8th. Nick's up into 9th. Screech has had his pit stop. He's managed to come out in front of B. Through the droopy cot they go. With TNT very in close attendance. B trying to have a look. B took an interesting line. Didn't briefly manage to get in front, but the Screech just did the cut back under on him. See Foxy there in the distance. Just have a run down after a pit stop. Timmy! With a 9-second lead. Even after a pit stop. PB in 2nd. Mash in 3rd. Gad in 4th. Wrighton in 5th. Gad and Wrighton them into the pits. Both Hat now back into 4th place. Hippie there in 5th. Hands are there in 6th. Gads comes out in 7th. Wrighton in 8th. With Nick coming to now. Pitted very early. Lap 5 I believe it was. B and Screech still battling away. A little bit of drifting by Screechy. Show off. Just a try hard he is. Side by side they go, that tight right-hander. B's managed to make it finally stick as they head towards the droopy cock. And now TNT's trying to make a move on Screech. Can you really tell a tryhard to stop doing? B's trying to make the move on Nick now. Trying the same move that he tried on Screech. Just didn't get the car stopped. Thankfully nobody did get in the way. Onto the downhill section. Nick's got his hands full with those 3 Megans behind him. Timmy takes his 2nd pit stop, and as Nick's car's drifted out, Timmy went, "Thank you very much, I'll get through that gap." PB's into the pits, so that puts Mash into the lead. Hat back in. Timmy's come out in 2nd, and just in front of Hat. Screech is looking to try and make the move on Nick. Nick has that inside line. Onto the start-finish straight. Screech is embedded in Nick's slipstream. TNT just going to drop back in. And here comes Hansa out the pits. Safely through T1. So if we have a look, we have Mash, lap 10 of 16, 4 seconds in front of Timmy, who's got Hat 3 seconds down on him, or 2.5, I apologise. Hippie there in 4th, definitely going to have to pit this lap. PB there in 5th, Gad in 6th, Wrighton in 7th, B in 8th, Nick and Screech having a right old ding dong. Screech has a little bit of cut the grass. Screech's got that inside line for the hairpin. TNT's just got to slip in behind. And I think Nick's had to pack it in because he's almost running on fumes on the downhill section. Oh, Screech got his tyres on onto the sand. What's managed to hold is the TNT. Hasn't been able to get the TNT's looking to try and do the outside. It's not working. Mashes into the pits. Through the tight set under the bridge. Screech is holding it together. This is all working in B's favour. He's allowed him to pull out a massive lead. He has. So Hippie into the pits. So Screech now back up into 8th place. So if you have a look at our grid on lap 11, you have Timmy in the lead. 5 seconds in front of Hat in 2nd. PB in 3rd. Mash in 4th. Gad in 5th. Wrighton in 6th. B in 7th. Yep. And what's happened there? Hans just fought. Screech doesn't want to give up that inside line. So Hands are there up into 8th. Screechy in 9th. Hippie in 10th. TNT in 11th after a pit stop. Nick in 12th. And Foxy's left the race. Now Timmy clear out in front. Hap is 2nd with a reasonably good gap. PB managed to... Oh, and as PB does a bit of grass cutting. Oh, and Spinach. It's going to allow Mash and Gad through. Is he going to get going before Wrighton can catch him? That's unfortunate for PB. Wrighton trying to do it the hard way. It's just not going to work. So PB, that was unfortunate for PB. B there in 7th, clearly. Hansa in 8th. Screechy in 9th. With Hippie closing in to restart their battle. As we go on to lap 12. Timmy on cruise control for the win. It was. So now Mash up onto the podium in 3rd place with Gad very close. In fact, we have Hat spoiling the GRT boys, getting all the podium spots at the moment. PB's got it back going, has managed to gap out Wrighton. B there in 7th, Hansa in 8th. Screechy in 9th. With Hippie now fully caught up. And I believe Hippie's on the mediums, Screechy's on the hards. Scooter going very defensive for the hairpin there. Not giving Hippie any easy way. And onto the downhill section. Through the sweeping right. And Hippie makes it. The Hippie there up into 9th place. Hat with clear air. But Gad is keeping that gap. Can he make a move on Mash in the last 4 laps? And we have B into the pits. Through the first corner. PB is closing. I believe Gad's just biding his time there in 4th place, and through they go to the droopy cock. And Gad's looking like it, and Gad's made the move, and Gad's through into 3rd. This could be a wet dream. Double on the podium. If they can keep it, but Mash looks like he's trying to make his comeback. Up to the hairpin. And PB is closed up fully on there. I probably left it too late now. Yeah. I think Mash just got his line a bit wrong. And Gad went, thank you very much. But Gad's PB is closed right upon these now. Safely around the corner this time. We have Wright there in 6th. Andrew in a lonely 7th. And now Screechy coming under pressure from B. He's come out on fresh rubber. Screechy keeping the lines tight. Not making this an easy job for B. And onto the strip part finish down to start for lap 14. Screech going to use his B slipstream to come along a bit further. Flag Gad's doing a great job because Mash is having to defend now with PB right behind him. Onto the droopy cock. Very tight line by Mash. Blocking. PB goes for the inside, and that's a little bit of touching. Not sure whether we'll see an incident for that. A little bit of contact there, and a little bit in return through the hairpin. There is no love lost between these two. Complete the downhill section and back on the uphill. Much tighter by Mash through that set of corners. This is quite a battle we've got here. Follow these up until the start finish straight. And across the line, start the penultimate lap. In fact, we'll see them go through the T1. And I think PB is looking to try and make the move on Gad now. I really don't want to leave this, but just want to see where everyone's at. We'll see how it happens when we get to the Droopy Cock. You can see he's fighting that car. So we have Timmy! 15 seconds in the lead. Hat in second, still with a 6-second gap over Gad. Third, PB in fourth, so they go through the hairpin. Mash in fifth, Wright in sixth, Hansa in seventh, B in eighth, Hippie in ninth, Screechy in 10th, TNT in 11th, Nick in 12th. We need to go back to this. The mass has dropped off. PB's really pushed on to pressure Gad now. Completely different line to Gad there. Under the bridge. Start the final lap. Timmy's already through T1 on the last lap. Over the start finish line for the last time. Well, onto the final lap now. Side by side they go down the start finish straight. Gad's got the inside line for T1. PB settles back in, but he's got a whole lap of corners to try and get round him here. Onto the little downhill section before the Droopy Cock. Onto the Droopy Cock they go. PB go very tight line with some contact. Gad's gonna have the inside for this corner. PB keeps it wide to give Gad the space. Oh, bit more contact. Gad's got the inside line for the hairpin. PB still trying to get round. A lot of oof. And in fact this has allowed Mash to close right back up on them on this little downhill section. And onto the uphill. PB going wide. Around we go. As Timmy comes across the line as our winner. Good old Timmy! And the Lords of the Underground. Gad's holding it. Bit more contact. But Mash is ready. Wide line by Mash. To try and keep the speed up. Into the last corner. Gad shuts PB off from that side and holds it. So Gad in third. So I agree. Timmy, Ha, Gad, PB, Mash, right and across the line in 6th, Hands are in 7th, B comes up in 8th, Hippie there in 9th, Screechy in 10th, TNT in 11th, and Nick in 12th. Let's see if Screechy's actually come across the line. Rimmy. So there we go. Timmy! Our winner. Yet again. Fastest laps. Pole position. The whole caboodle. And Hansa finished in his customary 7th place. And Screech wasn't last. He wasn't. Let's just save that replay. A quick look at the results. Timmy! Fastest lap. First, Hat in 2nd. Gad in 3rd. PB in 4th. Mash in 5th. Wright in 6th. Hansa in 7th. B in 8th. Hippie in 9th. Screech in 10th. TNT in 11th. Nick in 12th. Foxy in 13th. Chaos would have been in 14th, but his internet died on him. Let's swap over to our Marmite. So tonight's race is the Peugeot RCZ rally car. He knows the ins and outs of rimming, does our Tony. Just to hear speak if it makes him mouth start watering. You could do if you wanted, Mr. C. Peugeot RCZ rally car. It's this one. Absolutely nothing budge. Oh, Doritos. So Mr. C's haven't joined in. So Nick, fresh off his win last week in the Marmite and Brands. Screechy looking to do a bit of drifting. Mr. C is joining the lobby. I think Screechy needs to get rid of those hard tyres. Should be. Yeah. Boppy's on. That is an amazing Doritos livery. See if Sweetie can do better with soft. Oh no! Sand between his toes. That's a drinking moment, I think, Budge. In point of fact, if Mr. C's racing, does he count in the sand between the toes moments? Oh, grass between his toes then, Budge. Definitely sand between the toes with Mr. C. Bit more grass. And you, Mio, have a good one, mate. Thanks for that popping in, mate. It's been a pleasure. He does every Friday night now. Although Bathurst, he turned into anyone hitting the wall, which usually no worries. Every time Screech gets grass, sand between his toes or a bit of grass, Budge and his lovely wife have a drink. Screech is doing it on purpose for you now, Budge. Even hitting the wall at the same time. Oh. So as always, Marmite, reverse grid, rolling start, tyre wears times 6, fuel is times 5. I just want to see where they've still got a few corners to get through before they start. So Mr. Steve's leading them out. Nick in second. TNT's already making the move for T1. Carnage avoided there, I believe. Crowder's still leading, and they're going to the right-hander, and then onto the droopy cock, and oh, serious contact between the first three. Screechy down into 5th place. Everyone's still going along nicely. Crowden's still Nick. TNT. Wouldn't think they were teammates the way they're banging away at each other. Into the hairpin. Dodge 'em cars. Onto that downhill section. You can already see Timmy. He's caught up with his teammates. Craden unfortunately dropped down into 5th place. So at the moment, Nick's leading, TNT in 2nd, B in 3rd, Screechy in 4th, Hansa in 5th, Craden in 6th, Hippie in 7th, PB in 8th, Wrighton, and PB spins out, Wrighton's up into 8th, but he's coming under pressure. Owen Craden's. Can we see what happened? Oh, serious grass between his toes. So on to lap 2 of 8. Nick's in the lead, B in 2nd, TNT in 3rd, Screechy in 4th, Hansa in 5th, Hippie in 6th, Mash in 7th, with Timmy in 8th. And in fact, as they head towards the Droopy Cock, Timmy's trying to get his way in front of Mash, right in there in 9th. Round the Droopy Cock they go, right in there in 9th, Gad in 10th, Hat in 11th, PB in 12th, Craden in 13th, drifting like there's no tomorrow, as we know he likes to do. Screechy coming under pressure from Hansa. They go onto the downhill section, Screechy still about held on to it. Swings around to the right hander and then onto the uphill section. It looks like Craden is just having fun at the back. B's closing in now on Nick. Nick going with the super softs. Certainly looking like this car won't do the 8 laps without any fuel. And to finish straight, start lap 3. Nick still leading. B just about closing in on that slip zone. TNT in 3rd, Screechy in 4th, Hansa right behind Screech. They go down to T1. Safely through there. We have Timmy in 6th place, Hippie in 7th, Mash in 8th, Gad in 9th, Hat in 10th, Wrighton in 11th, PB in 12th, and Craden having to pit. B managed to get his nose in front, but Nick went, no, I'm leading, as they come out the Droopy Cock. To the sweeping left up towards the hairpin. Screechy's holding firm in 4th. I saw B trying that move. Oh no, major contact. So Nick's managed to hold on to 1st, B in 2nd, TNT in 3rd. Screechy's closing in 4th. With Hansa just dropping back a little bit in 5th. Timmy there holding firm in 6th. Hippie in 7th. Mash in 8th. Hat in 9th. Gad in 10th. PB in 11th. Wrighton in 12th. And Craden 13th. Nick now with a whole gaggle of cars. Onto the last corner now. Half race distance. Onto the start finish straight. And our top full race split by less than a second. B and Nick go side by, and B's come out the front, and in fact Hans has now closed right up. Half a second splits our top four. Little bit ragged from B and Nick's not giving up without a fight. Onto the droopy cock. No separating these 5 racers. Nick and TNT, teammates. Will they play nicely? Or something happen and let Screechy? Screechy took a wide line. Hansa just drops in behind. It doesn't look like Teme is trying to push it. Back onto the uphill. Street's got a little bit of sand between his toes there, but not much. So Nick's now down to third, TNT in second. B in first, TNT in second. Nick in third on those racing super softs, which are dead. I think he's struggling to get round the corners, and in doing so he's slowing up Screechy and Hansa. Onto the start finish straight. Oh, and Nick hit the wall going into the pits. TNT staying out. Hansa stayed out. That does count. So Timmy is up into third place, and in fact Timmy's been doing some fuel saving. So Timmy is going for the no stopper, as I believe Mash is, and Hippie possibly. So if you look at how good at the moment, we have TNT in the lead, Hansa in second through the droopy cock, Timmy in third, Mash in fourth, leading out Hippie and Hat. Gad there in seventh, PB right in there in ninth, B in 10th, Nick in 11th, Screech in 12th, and Craden in 13. He's putting in his fastest lap. Hands a little bit wide. I think Timmy's just waiting. Certainly not pushing it like he usually does. PB's got Pascad. Ryan's got B closing in. Nick's still on the super softs. TNT's into the pits and Hansa. Screechy in 12. So Timmy is leading it out on lap 6. Mash is up into second place. Hat's in third with Hippie very close. PB in 5th, Gad in 6th, TNT in 7th after his pit stop, and Hansa in 8th. Pitted the lap. He's pitted this going into this lap. B there in 9th, Wrighton in 10th, Nick in 11th, Screech in 12th, Craden in 13th. Timmy just taking it steady. Hasn't got to push it. Mash in 2nd place. Hat in 3rd. Hippie in 4th. PB in 5th. Gad in 6th. Now Gad's on those worn tyres, coming under pressure from the the latest pit. TNT makes the move. As they finish the short downhill section, go on up. TNT's up into 6th. Hans is looking to get past Gad as well. But Gad's really struggling with those worn out mediums. B looks to get the moving on Gad as well. Horrid couple of corners for Gad. But he's not giving up without a fight. Gad's dropped down into 9th. And Nick there in 10th. Writing in 11th. Screechy in 12th and Writing into the pits. Writing safely got round in the pits. So our grid now, Timmy! On lap 7, heading into the Droopy Cock. Done a sensible race with a 5-second lead over Mash in 2nd. And Hippie in 3rd, so we've got our GRT top 3. PB in 4th. Now coming under massive pressure from TNT. TNT looking to make the move. Bit of contact. To the sweeping left, TNT's got to go wide and has done as but can he hold it? And he does. So TNT's making a massive push now. He's up into 4th place. PB in 5th. Hans are in 6th. With B in 7th. Gad holding on to 8th, but Nick's closing in. Screechy's got back. He's back into 10th place. After his pit stop, he's in 11th. Wrighton's in 12th. Creighton's in 13th. Tabby! Going along pretty damn consistent. 51s and 52s. As he comes up to the line to start the final lap. Across the line he goes. Mash there in 2nd place, they securely. Hippie's dropping back a bit, but he's got to watch because TNT's on an absolute charge. To start his final lap, Hans is there in 5th with B right behind him. So obviously something had happened to PB. Can we see what it was? I think it's a simple case of the worn tyres. As we go, as Timmy finishes coming around the Droopy Cock in 1st, Mash in 2nd, Hippie in 3rd, TNT in 4th, and point of fact, TNT took a half second out of Hippie. Could TNT force his way onto the podium? Even though they've still got a GRT top 4 into that hairpin. Hippie's having to be very cautious. On that short downhill section into that right turn. We go. And TNT's caught Hippie. Can Hippie hold him off? A long sweeping right. And up and under the bridge. Hippie's going to be trying to hit all those apexes. Oh, and he may have gone wide, which allowed Hippie through. And Timmy for the win. And TNT. Amazing drive there to get Mash in 2nd, TNT in 3rd, Hippie in 4th. Hans is coming up to the line with B. Oh, so Hansa and B both. So Hansa finishes in 5th, PB in 6th, B in 7th. Screechy's finished in 8th, Nick in 9th, Hat in 10th, Gad in 11th. And Ryan comes up to the line in 12th. Oh, lovely drifting there, Mr. C, to get through the last couple of corners. And Wrighton goes into the pits. I thought it looked like it. And he screwed B because he obviously didn't realise he'd run out of fuel and was trying to push you over the line. If you're the drift contest, Mr. C, you won. Quick look at the results. Tamay with a win. Mash in second. TNT in third. Were an absolute charge on their last couple of laps. Hippie in fourth. Hansa in fifth. PB in sixth. B in seventh. Screechy in eighth. Nick in ninth. Hat in 10th. Gadd in 11th. Wrighton in 12th. And Craden in 13th. So there we go, guys. 2 right, best drifting. Hands there, fuel. So obviously Screechy got distracted by kids fighting. It is that time of night, Screech. So that's it until Right guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be ending the stream about now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, give it a like. Or if you didn't, don't. It's been a pleasure. Catch you all again to be Monday night for our cooperative farm off. Me, Screechy, Craden and Tony on No Man's Land. Thanks for watching guys. Look after yourselves and have a great weekend. Bye. That's high praise from you, Budge.